You've been betrayed. Are you feeling like the ground has been ripped out from under you? Like your life will never be the same? I know that pain. It consumes, confuses, and makes you wonder if you'll ever be able to move forward. But here's the promise. In this video, I'll show you exactly how you can free yourself from this weight, rebuild your life with dignity and strength, and never look back. Want to know how to turn this pain into the most powerful turning point in your story? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change everything. Accept and process the pain. Dealing with betrayal in a marriage is one of the most painful experiences a person can face. The first step in rebuilding your life is accepting and processing the pain, and that starts with honestly acknowledging the emotions that arise after such a breach of trust. Anger, sadness, disappointment, shame, and even self-doubt are all normal and understandable feelings in this moment. Ignoring or suppressing these emotions might seem like self-protection, but it only delays the healing process and can lead to a buildup of negative feelings that harm your mental and emotional health. The first step is to let yourself feel. This means giving space for emotions to flow without judgment or excessive control. Crying, venting, and moments of introspection are important for processing what happened. While the initial urge may often be to seek answers or place blame, it's essential to refocus on yourself, asking questions like, how do I feel? What does this mean for me now? And how can I take care of myself in this moment? Seeking support can make all the difference. A therapist or counselor is an invaluable resource to guide you through this process, offering a safe and professional space to explore your feelings and reorganize your thoughts. Trusted friends and family members can also provide emotional support, but it's important to choose people who are willing to listen without judgment or quick fixes. Sometimes, joining support groups where others share similar experiences can bring comfort and validation. Accepting the pain doesn't mean resigning yourself to it or believing it will last forever. On the contrary, it means recognizing that this phase is part of the healing process and that facing it head-on is the first step to breaking free from it. Remember, everyone has their own pace for processing betrayal. Don't compare yourself to others or pressure yourself to get over it quickly. Finally, as you work to accept the pain, start incorporating small practices that promote self-care. Eating well, resting, moving your body, and avoiding excessive alcohol or substance use are simple yet essential steps to strengthen your resilience. Recognizing that pain is part of the recovery journey helps transform it into a learning experience, paving the way for a fuller and more conscious life ahead. 2. Cut ties and avoid reopening wounds. After betrayal, one of the most challenging parts of rebuilding is learning to cut ties that still connect you to your painful past. This doesn't necessarily mean erasing the person or pretending the experience never happened, but rather setting clear boundaries to protect your emotional and mental health. Every interaction or memory can trigger negative feelings and hinder your recovery, so it's essential to act with intention and focus during this time. If there are no practical reasons to maintain contact, such as children or legal matters, the best choice is often to cut communication entirely. This may feel drastic, but it's a necessary step to help you focus on yourself without being constantly pulled back into the past. Even when interactions are unavoidable, like in co-parenting situations, setting clear boundaries is crucial. Decide how and when conversations will happen, and keep them strictly about practical matters, avoiding emotional discussions that might reopen wounds. Beyond direct contact, it's equally important to consider how you handle the person's digital presence in your life. Social media can be a trap for your peace of mind, bringing up unwanted memories or letting you unconsciously track what the other person is doing. Blocking, muting, or even taking a temporary break from social media can be a healthy decision. Another aspect to consider is avoiding places or situations that are strongly associated with the relationship or the betrayal itself. If certain locations bring up intense emotions, Allow yourself to steer clear of them while you're healing. This isn't weakness, it's self-preservation. Remember, cutting ties isn't about punishing the other person. It's about protecting your ability to heal and move forward. It's about creating space for new experiences and people to enter your life without carrying the weight of a story that no longer serves your growth. Now, I want to hear from you. What's been the hardest part of this process for you? Leave a comment below, because your story could help others going through something similar. And if this content has been helpful to you in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can create a space for support and transformation. Let's take it one step at a time. Rebuild your self-esteem. One of the most common consequences of betrayal is the devastating impact on self-esteem. When someone you trusted breaks that bond, it's natural to question your own worth, your choices, and even your ability to maintain healthy relationships. That's why rebuilding your self-esteem is a crucial step toward regaining emotional balance and rediscovering your identity, which may have been shaken during the relationship or by the betrayal itself. The first step in this process is understanding that the betrayal says far more about the other person's choices and behavior than it does about you. Separating responsibility is essential to avoid letting feelings of guilt or inadequacy become part of your personal narrative. Acknowledge that you are deserving of love and respect, regardless of what happened, and that your identity extends far beyond anyone else's actions or mistakes. Take time for yourself and the things that make you feel good. Rediscover hobbies or activities you set aside during the relationship. If you enjoy art, music, sports, or any other form of expression, immerse yourself in those passions. They not only provide a distraction but also help you reconnect with your essence, reinforcing the idea that your happiness doesn't depend on anyone else. Taking care of your body also has a direct impact on how you feel emotionally. Even light physical activity can release endorphins that boost your mood and reduce stress. Paying attention to your nutrition and getting proper rest helps create a strong foundation for your well-being. Small self-care gestures, like meditating or simply setting aside time to relax, make a difference. Another important point is surrounding yourself with people who value and support you. Friends, family, or even new social circles can play a key role in reminding you how loved and important you are. This support network can also help balance tough moments by reinforcing that you're not alone. Finally, be patient with your progress. Rebuilding self-esteem is not a linear process, and there will be days when you feel stronger and others when insecurity resurfaces. The key is to keep moving forward, even if slowly, and remember that every step is an achievement. Be kind to yourself and celebrate your small victories along the way. This is your time to rediscover and appreciate yourself for the incredible person you are.
If you're struggling with a difficult time in your marriage, learn how to deal with infidelity, and rebuild trust in your relationship. The Happy Couples Guide is the resource you need to overcome this challenge and find happiness again. Get your copy now. Link in first pinned comment.
4. Set new life goals. After betrayal, it's common to feel like the future has become uncertain. Many times, plans and dreams were built together with your partner, and the abrupt end of the relationship can leave you wondering where to start again. Setting new life goals is an essential step toward rediscovering your identity and creating a path that aligns with who you are now, in this moment of transformation. Start by reflecting on your desires and aspirations. Ask yourself what you've always wanted to do but may have put aside due to lack of time, support, or confidence. These desires can be small, like learning something new, or big, like changing careers or traveling to a dream destination. It's important to remember that these goals should be uniquely yours, representing your essence and interests, free from external influence or expectations. Write down these goals and break them into short, medium, and long-term milestones. Short-term goals help create a sense of immediate progress, like starting a course, organizing your space, or dedicating time to a hobby. Medium and long-term goals allow you to visualize a promising future, like completing a major project or completely transforming your routine. This planning doesn't need to be rigid, but serves as a guide to keep you motivated. A fundamental part of this process is challenging yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Often, betrayal and the end of a relationship bring insecurities and fears, but by embracing new experiences, you rediscover your ability to adapt and grow. This could mean saying yes to unexpected invitations, exploring skills you've never tried before, or even doing something you've always thought was beyond your reach. When setting new goals, it's important not to rush or pressure yourself to have everything figured out immediately. This is a journey meant to be experienced at your own pace, respecting the time needed to adapt to change. Remember to celebrate every achievement, no matter how small it seems, because each step represents significant progress toward a life more aligned with your values and purpose. This is your moment to dream again, knowing that your goals now reflect who you are in a more authentic way. By setting new paths, you not only rebuild yourself but also strengthen your foundation, creating a solid base for a future that is entirely yours. Learn to forgive for yourself, not for them. Forgiving. After betrayal is often one of the hardest steps in the journey of personal healing. This is because betrayal isn't just a breach of trust. It's a deep wound to your self-esteem and emotional security. However, when forgiveness is understood as a personal act of liberation, it becomes a powerful tool to leave the past behind and make space for healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or minimizing what happened, nor does it imply reconciling with the person who caused you pain. It's an internal process that's more about finding peace within yourself than anything to do with the other person. Holding on to resentment and hurt consumes your emotional, mental, and even physical energy. Often, these negative emotions create a cycle where you continuously relive the pain, preventing you from moving toward a fuller life. The first step toward forgiveness is acknowledging and validating your pain. Allow yourself to feel whatever you need to, without rushing to get over it. At times, forgiveness may seem impossible while the hurt is still fresh, so give yourself time. Forgiveness is a gradual process, not a single event. Reflecting on what you gain by forgiving can help shift your perspective. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but dissolves the power the experience holds over you. It creates room for new emotions, relationships, and possibilities, freeing up energy that was previously tied to the past. A helpful practice can be writing about your feelings. Putting on paper what happened, how you feel, and what you want for the future can help. Organize your thoughts and bring clarity. Additionally, meditation and breathing exercises can help calm your mind and foster a deeper connection with your emotions, paving the way for forgiveness. Finally, it's essential to remember that forgiveness is for you. It doesn't validate or excuse the other person's actions, but is a gift you give yourself. By forgiving, you're not saying that what happened was acceptable. You're saying you're ready to stop carrying the burden. This act of letting go is a sign of strength and an essential step toward a lighter life aligned with your well-being. 6. Focus on the future and don't look back. Rebuilding your life after betrayal is a painful but profoundly transformative process. When you choose to focus on the future, you're making a deliberate decision to let go of a story that no longer serves you and create space for new possibilities, lessons, and experiences. It's a courageous step, especially for someone who gave so much of themselves to a relationship and now has to learn to walk a new path. But it's also the greatest act of self-love you can give yourself. The first part of focusing on the future is accepting that the past cannot be changed. This doesn't mean ignoring what happened or forgetting the life you lived. It means understanding that carrying the weight of regrets and pain will only hold you back. Allow yourself to learn from the past, but don't let it become an anchor that keeps you tied to suffering. You're stronger than the circumstances you faced, and you deserve so much more than to keep reliving the hurt. Another crucial aspect is believing in your ability to create a new chapter for your life, even if it feels daunting at first. This begins with small daily choices, finding joy in simple things, valuing who you are now, and believing in your potential. No matter how uncertain the future may seem, you have the power to shape it based on your desires and dreams, without needing validation or approval from anyone else. As you look ahead, take time to redefine what love means to you. This includes self-love, which may have been overlooked during the relationship. Cultivating the habit of caring for, respecting, and prioritizing yourself is a powerful way to build a future that is more fulfilling and aligned with who you truly are. Remember, you don't need to have all the answers right now. Life is built one day at a time, and every small step forward is a victory. Finally, allow yourself to dream again. Imagine what you want for your life and start moving toward it, even if it feels challenging. What matters is that you're making progress. Sharing your story, your victories, and even your doubts can inspire other women facing similar challenges. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment about what changed in your heart today, and give it a like so more women can see this content. Together, we can empower each other and remember that the future is a place where there's only room for the best versions of ourselves.